Nigel, obviously a big game, but the result not as important as the experience for the spectators tonight?
Not at all. The experience for the players as much as anything, and for the spectators obviously to have Liverpool here. But I think the compliment they paid us and the competition with the side they put out, and it was always going to be extremely difficult. And they exhibited the massive gulf between the top of the Premier League and those who was just trying to get used to the Championship.
That quality throughout the Liverpool side, obviously they fielded a strong side. It was always going to be a struggle tonight, wasn't it? Whatever.
It was. We started all right, first 5-10 minutes, but then the 2 goals in quick succession put us on the back foot, and they then eased into the game, and almost at will they can carve you open with the sort of quality that they have. You know, Mane, what did he cost? 36 million. You know, very difficult for our lads to compete with that sort of quality.
Was always the emphasis with the 2 games coming back to back that Derby is the more important for us with the championship points?
Not more important, the only important one. Tonight, we managed to get through in the last round. We got a great draw. So with it being 72 hours before the Derby game, all our focus was always on that one.
Fantastic experience with some of the young lads, particularly at the end. Ben Fox making his debut against Liverpool, Marcus Harris out there, Matty Palmer. Invaluable experience.
It was, yeah. You know, when you think we finished with a couple of 18-year-olds on, a 20 and a 21-year-old, you know, you could train with them for a couple of seasons and not gain the experience that they've had in 30 odd minutes tonight. Just to see the physical presence and the movement of the players and everything about them. You know, this is the team challenging for the Premier League. Not just we're not talking about bottom 6 of the Premier League. This is one that's got a chance of winning the Premier League this season. So a bit too much for us. It wasn't unenjoyable when somebody plays that well against you. You just sit back and nothing you can do about it.
Ground record attendance tonight.
Great.
So another experience to chalk up in the Burton Albion journey.
Yeah, another one. Great history, and we're going to make some more hopefully this season by trying to stay in the Championship. But first ever league meeting between us and Derby as well, coming up on Friday night. That's the one we're looking forward to.
Thank you, Nigel.
Obviously, famously with Burton, the fitness and the pressing and the speed that we've seen over recent seasons. I suppose tonight, in Liverpool, you've just seen that. On a slightly higher level, is that how it feels?
Yeah, you see what even the fitness, never mind everything else, and when they do press, and as a team, it's funny because you see them on the TV, and it's a different experience to actually seeing them live as we saw them tonight, and then you see just how good they are at pressing and how little time that they give you. But good players all over the pitch.
I know you can never predict, a lineup that an opposition are going to put out, but were you expecting, that sort of strength you were?
As soon as we saw the result at Burnley, we were.
Yeah.
The fact that they'd lost at Burnley, I think if they'd gone on to 6 points and joint top of the Premier League, I think it might have been different. But as soon as the result came through that they'd lost at Burnley, we fully expected such a team.
I suppose, I was just mentioning there, it's a learning curve for a lot of the youngsters. What more than anything, what do players take from a game like that, where like you've seen such class from Liverpool?
Just to see them at such close quarters and play against them. I mean, it's even being on the sidelines, you just see their presence, and you see the likes of Jordan Henderson, a good experienced England international, and then you see him at close quarters tonight, and you appreciate why. And I think that the whole team is just about a team of internationals. So we kept battling away, but couldn't quite get close enough to them. There's plenty of teams in the Premier League can't get close to them either. We conceded 5. They put 4 past Arsenal last week.
I would imagine, in terms of a game to follow up a result like that, it's not going to take too much jingle for the players ahead of Friday, is it? No,
well, that result's gone. It's irrelevant now. All that matters in 72 hours that we get ready for Derby. We get a team on the pitch to compete. And as unlikely as that seemed over the last 50 years or whatever that we would ever be playing a league game against Derby, it's reality now, and we want to try and get something from it.
That's it. I know a lot of the build-up this week is obviously about the Man United game and 10 years ago. But
Sorry, does that say interview in progress on the door? I'm sorry, Jack. Sorry, it does say interview in progress on the door, does it?
Yes.
All right, sorry. I thought somebody had taken the sign off for a minute.
No, sorry. Just tried to sneak in, sorry.
All right, no, it's no problem. We're about done anyway. Anything else?
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nigel.
Sorry, lads, we're doing the media in here, don't we? That's what it says in your pass, yeah.
We had to do the manager wants to do a pitch side. So
He doesn't decide what goes on at this place, does he?
The quality was so high in there and so sharp, and the step up is a different level. So obviously we knew it was going to be tough, but I thought we dug in well as a team, and we fought on until the end, and that's all we can really do when you come up against teams like that. And I feel like they sort of scored at times in the games where we were slowly finding our legs, and like I said, with all the quality they got on the break, they've broken, they've scored, and they sort of just knocked us down a peg again. But I feel like as a team we sort of always kept going and fighting, and that's all we can ask for from the boys.
When you see a team sheet like that come into the dressing room, you know, the quality that they had, and obviously not that many changes from the defeat at the weekend, I suppose you know it's an opportunity for yourselves to pit yourselves against some of the best players in the Premier League.
Yeah, no, definitely that's what we all wanted. Like I said, Liverpool's a massive club, and for them to come here, we obviously wanted them to play their stronger side, and we didn't want them to obviously come here and play their youth team. And I feel like it showed us a bit of respect as well, coming to a Championship side now, or even if it's a small club like Burton. To come here and play a side like that, obviously they feel like we're a threat, and they had to put their big boys out to get them through that game. But like I said, it's nice to play against players like that. It's up obviously to see where you're at individually and as a team, but they're different class to them. They're very good, and all we can do is hold our hands up and sort of say the better side and the night won, better team overall won. But it was nice. It's nice to test yourselves, and the only way you're going to get better as a player is when you play against good teams like this and teams that are going to run you around. And like I said, it's a lot of good experience playing outside there, obviously in front of a full house here as well at the Pirelli, and it's nice. It's a good experience.
You talk about the respect there that they show obviously by fielding a side like that. Does that show how far this Burton Albion side has formed that side like Liverpool that has shown them that much respect and putting such a strong side out?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, no one likes to come to the Pirelli. We already know that, and like I said, we've done well. The club's done well over the last few years, and to see them obviously in the Championship now, and the first 4 games we're probably unlucky not to have 10 or 12 points on the board already. And like I said, obviously they've watched us and they've seen how well we're doing, and like I said, they've showed us respect by playing a team like that. You get a lot of teams, the top 4 teams who go to Championship League One sides who will play a reserve team, like I say. But like I said, they've come out here and played their starting 11 almost. And like I said, that's a good feeling for us as well inside the dressing room, and I don't feel like any of the boys have walked out with their heads down. Like I said, we've got a massive game on Friday. We just need to rebuild, carry on, and hopefully get 3 points before the international break.
I'm sure it probably doesn't take the size of the game that it's going to be. I mean, I suppose you've seen the Pirelli rocking tonight with the atmosphere. Probably expect more of the same on Friday. It's probably not going to take you guys too much to get yourselves up for that one, is it?
No, definitely not. Obviously, Derby's only down the road, and it's a massive rivalry, and hopefully it'll be a sellout again. And it's nights like this is why you grow up and want to play football as a boy. You watch it on telly and you can hear it, and it's something you dream of doing. And obviously, being able to come here and do that is a dream come true. To play against the likes of Liverpool and then a massive rivalry on Friday. It's what you live for, really, and everyone looks forward to it. I feel like everyone will be up for it on Friday, and we'll keep showing the league what we're about and what we can do this season. Cheers.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cheers, Warren.
See you later.